Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about this new drug that apparently has appeared in my birth country, England. And there's an article here from the Times of London. And there's this new drug. And it was this article is really awesome. It's actually authored by a gentleman who's remained anonymous, but according to the article, he's now 8 months into recovery. And it says here, I'm a 27-year-old man, and somehow I seem to be the only person to have survived an addiction to a synthetic opioid 500 times stronger than heroin. I think it's called Nitazenes. I'll spell it for you. Nitazenes. And I Googled it. And it says it's a class of highly potent synthetic opioids. Have recently emerged as dangerous contaminants in the illicit drug supply, appearing in heroin, fentanyl, and counterfeit pills. This stuff is bloody dangerous. It says here, there are new drugs sold in pressed pill form on the dark web, which are now turning up in the hands of dealers on the streets of Britain. So apparently they first came to light in 2021. It says here, they're deadly. It differs pill to pill, but some contain, and I can't pronounce this substance either, that's 500 times stronger than heroin and 20 times stronger than fentanyl. And you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, what fentanyl is doing. I mean, that stuff, even just a tiny sample, is dangerous, right? If law enforcement gets called to the scene, there's any fentanyl and they touch it, you know, it goes right through the skin. It can cause an overdose for the officer, even the canine. It's really terrible. Now, this young man talks about apparently he grew up in a privileged background. He says he went to a boarding school, lived in the Middle East. He talks about there was some type of trauma in his life, although he doesn't go into all of the details. But he also talks about the fact that this substance causes paranoia and psychosis. My nights involved getting high for a couple of hours before paranoia and psychosis emerged. Wow. After I saw the substances at my disposal were betraying me, and so the choice was either to give up on life entirely or find a way to effectively escape my feelings and function. The high was indescribable. Imagine the most intense orgasm you have ever had with the person you love most, multiplied by 1,000, lasting for an hour. Euphoric does not do it justice. It's an all-encompassing wave of bliss that mocks all worldly pleasures. The withdrawals were torment beyond death. My bones felt like someone was hammering them. My muscles as if they were being pulled apart. Vomiting but unable to move, choking on and spitting out my vomit. Wow, this stuff is crazy. I'd been using the substance for 3 months when I began deliberating on whether to book a hotel and kill myself. Precisely one day later in June 2025, I overdosed. I felt it happening, the sensation of drowning, but I was helpless. An ambulance was called. My parents watched in despair. It turned out this overdose is probably what saved my life. So this stuff is, I mean, I'm sure if it's there, it's here. Just another example of these synthetic opioids and what they're doing to our society. And here's what's, I think, concerning about the synthetic opioids is that, you know, the legislator passes laws, the governor signs into effect laws that define what a certain substance is and what makes it illegal. And then you get these individuals who make these synthetic drugs. They change the analog or the compounds that are in it, and it now no longer meets the definition of what's illegal. And so that's a problem, right? Because obviously the legislator has to play catch up, redefine what is illegal, and then it gets changed again. And so this is a problem. This stuff's really, really dangerous. And again, just another example of what's out in the streets there, the dark web, all that other stuff. And so, look, if you're a family and you are dealing with this, not necessarily this substance, but a loved one who is really suffering from a substance use disorder, and you want to talk about how we might be able to help you, then reach out to us. You know, let's see what options, legal and non-legal, we may have for you. And if you have any comments or questions, or you agree with me, or you disagree with me, or maybe you don't care, that's fine. I'm happy to hear from you as long as you're respectful. I'm good. I'm eager to interact with the audience and see what your thoughts are. Maybe you've had some dealings with this particular substance, but I read all of the comments, so please post them. And if there's something that you're seeing in your own family that I have not made a video on, post that too. Because if it's affecting your family, it's probably affecting others. I'll happily make a video for you and I'll post it so that we can share the information. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want more of this content, because I'm putting out at least one, if not two videos every single day, so that you can get the information that you need to decide, hey, do I want to talk about what options may be available to me? So with that said, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.